Well, Stevie Nicol, how impressed were you today by Manchester City?
To be honest, it kind of went the way I thought it would go. I think you have to be impressed with City. The only problem is that the performance City gave us in this game is pretty much what we normally get from City. So if other sides had played this way, would it be waxing lyrical maybe? But the fact that it was City, we kind of expect it. And even though it isn't a derby, even though it is against Manchester United at Old Trafford, I kind of saw and watched what I thought I was going to get.
How big is the gulf in class between the two teams right now?
Well, you know the old term, men against boys? Well, that's pretty much sums it up. This was men against boys. I mean, it almost felt like United just accepted that 2-0 would be okay. And we don't want another 4 or 5. So let's just make sure we're safe and we won't take too many chances. I mean, that kind of sums up what life is at Old Trafford right now, that you're accepting of a defeat because it's not humiliating. I mean, in terms of football, it was humiliating because there was only one side in it, but it kind of shows what's at Old Trafford right now, whether it's the team, whether it's the manager, whether it's the board or the owners. They're kind of accepting what's going on now, and it seems to them that it's okay. That's what it feels like.
At times, especially in the first half, when City were rampant, it reminded me of an FA Cup tie with a lower league side played by Man United taking on one of the best teams in the country and just damage limitation. Is that how you saw it?
Well, completely. Listen, United, I don't remember United. Did they get a shot on target in the second half? Well, I don't remember. I certainly only remember the one that...
Yeah, it took them 25 minutes for Ronaldo to test the goalkeeper at the other end in the first half, and they didn't lay a glove on them prior to that.
But that's the only thing I can remember in the game where you're like, oh, maybe that could have changed it, or maybe they could have scored. I mean, we're talking a derby here at Old Trafford. The home side, Manchester United, the home side with one half chance because he's had to actually start. He's facing away from goal to begin with, and he's done well to connect with it. And that's what we're talking about in a derby. Again, it all keeps going back to the same thing. It's an acceptance of mediocrity. That's basically what it is. And the performance that United gave was complete and utter mediocrity. So, listen, it seems a little harsh that we're not praising City because you talk about this was almost like watching United against Liverpool without the goals, because the first half was as dominant as Liverpool were, and the second half was as easy as it was for Liverpool. So it was kind of similar without the goals. I mean, again, how indicative is that of what Manchester United are right now?
You could argue City played better than Liverpool and won 2-0 when Liverpool played there recently and won 5-0. I mean, look, it's subjective. They both played very well, but there wasn't much opposition against them. The way that City played, do they keep possession better than any team in the country right now?
Oh, as far as tiki-taka, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, the difference between them and Liverpool are looking to get forward quicker than City. City actually, it's almost like, well, the first thing is we need to keep the ball, but if we can go forward, great. Otherwise, keep it. So it's two completely different styles. Both great to watch and both produce great football.
Mm. Where does it leave us with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Well, same place we were before the game kicked off. He's all right. They're doing okay. Everybody seems to be happy enough with what's going on, and nothing's going to change. It's kind of shrug your shoulders, and I mean, what else is to be said? I said it earlier on. Right now, at Old Trafford, mediocrity is acceptable.
What's the biggest problem that Manchester United fans have right now about their club, do you think?
What biggest problem the fans have? Mm-hmm. Well, the biggest problem the fans have is that they've got to keep turning up and paying their money and getting nothing for it. That's the biggest problem they got.
We fast forward the clock a week a month, 6 months. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still there. The problems are still going to be there. Is there a way out for Manchester United with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in charge, or will it not change until they get rid of him?
Correct. It's not changing. What's going to change? They're not going to get any players in January, that's for sure. They've got what they've got. We've seen what they're capable of. And Ole's still going to be in charge, so why would we expect anything else?
Just a final question, and just to deviate slightly, there's no question that Ronaldo is one of the best players of all time. But did City dodge a bullet by not getting Ronaldo when he eventually went to Old Trafford, given the style that City play?
No, not at all. Not at all. Ronaldo could get a game for anybody. You've got a guy that scores goals. The only thing you know this guy's going to do is put the ball in the back of the net for you. Listen, Man United are the ones that, as you said, dodged the bullet by him not going to City. So, no. It would have been 5. If Ronaldo had been playing on the other team today, it would have been 5.
There's been some very one-sided derbies at Old Trafford. That's Pep's 6th win there as City boss. It may only appear as 2-0 on the scoreboard, but the gulf in class was a lot bigger than that today.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.